I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how to remove almost all the confusion, if not all of it, in your life by simplifying the hell out of your life. Because I believe that most of the people on this planet are very, very confused and fragmented and are in a state of intense anxiety and fear simply because they lack simplicity. I'm going to be sharing with you in this video how simplifying my life has removed about 95% of the confusion in my life and how you can do the same. So if you're new to this channel, what I want you to do is I want you to hit that subscribe button. I want you to hit that notification bell because I do actually post a new video every single day. Also, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, currently the only way to do so is by hitting the link that's in the description box of this video, and it's also going to be in the comments of this video to apply for a single session. Now, the first thing that I want to share with you in this video is that I believe the most simple things in life are the most powerful. Most people are looking for large amounts of knowledge, large amounts of books. Let me fill my mind up with more knowledge, more information. And that can be useful, but at some point it can be information overload. And actually, I believe it can lower your amount of being truly intelligent, coming into your true, deeper power and intelligence. Because at some point, it's like you're just chasing, it's like you're like one of those animals like chasing, you know, the food on the string or whatever. Like you're just it's an endless chase that you're never going to get to the finish line, because at some point there's only so much knowledge and information that you can learn before you simplify it all back into your life. So I truly believe that the most simple things in life are the most powerful. And in my experience, the more that I simplify my life, the less fragmented I feel, the more that I feel peace, the more that I feel connected to my true source. And all this fear and anxiety and like almost like OCD symptoms that I used to have, although I was never officially diagnosed with OCD, I used to have like almost OCD-like symptoms where I was afraid to make a choice, fragmented conscience. And it's like, I don't have that anymore, honestly. And if I notice any aspect of myself having those old emotions of who I used to be coming up, I simply understand that I need to simplify things again and reground myself. So I really believe that the most simple things in life are the most powerful. So where can you add more simplicity in your life? How can you simplify things in your life more? That is something that can help you very powerfully. And this is different for every single person. For me, I like to keep my life very, very simple. I've made some big business changes in my life. I record a video every single day. I have my single sessions if you want to work with me. I have my Master Your Attention course if you want to purchase that. And I also have my book called The Power of Choice coming up in about 2 to 3 months. Stay tuned for that. And that's pretty much it. That's my business. I realize that I don't like the 50% gimmicky, like 50% off sales and like all these weird marketing dynamics. It's just not me. It's just not me. So I've simplified my life. Those are the 3 ways to work with me. I have my Patreon if you just want to have extra support, but I'm not really focused on that. And so me having this sort of simple structure to surrender myself into has been very powerful. So how can you do something like that in your life in your own way? Now, the second, whatever resonates for you, you want to follow that. Now, the second thing that I want to share with you in this video is that confusion comes, in my experience, from a lack of purpose and simplicity. See, if you know where you're going, if you know your goal, if you know your identity, if you know who you're being, you've already done all the work. You already made all your choices. So now when somebody invites you to perhaps go do something, you know what to say yes to and you know what to say no to. Simply because you've already removed all the confusion in your life and you've already made all the choices And so now that purpose that you have, that simplicity that you've created in your life, now there's no room left for confusion. There's very little room for confusion when you truly understand your sense of purpose and you simplify your life. So I don't have that much furniture. I don't have that many things. I realize I don't need things. I'm not necessarily a minimalist, but I don't have that many things. It's like the easier I can make my life, the better. I used to have like all sorts of things in my room, like flashing lights and like all these things, like if you could see in my older videos. And it's like, that's all great. Like there's a time and place for, the flashy, chaotic environments. And of course, it's important how to navigate yourself in those environments. So if you go to some environments very chaotic and flashy and very, has a lot of things happening, right? And I use my hand like this for a reason, because that's the chaos energy. It's like, whoa, I don't know where I'm going. I don't know what I'm doing. Order, simplicity, and power is about simplifying everything and less chaos. The less chaos in your life, the better, in my opinion. Now, there's a time and place for chaos. I'm not saying that it's bad, but I personally like to simplify everything in my life. So that means less things, easy to follow structures. And I'm always noticing if I'm getting lost in repeating loops and patterns, because there's a million different ways you can do the same thing. Although I post a video every single day, I've had the objection before where it's like, well, Francis, you're telling people to not do the same thing every single day and get out of old patterns, yet you're recording a video every single day. Well, here's my rebuttal to that. You can do something and be consistent in it, but there's quite literally infinite different ways to do one particular thing, right? You can do one thing in a million different ways and be conscious of when you're repeating something that you've already done. You can do, and when I'm doing something that doesn't have that purity and that freshness to it, I make a change. Because I'm not here to repeat anything. What's the point? I get bored if I repeat things. I don't want to repeat things. The past versions of me, let it be the past. I don't want to revive who I used to be. Why would I want that? So I really believe that confusion comes from lack of purpose and simplicity. And this doesn't contradict having that freshness and that newness in your life. In fact, the reason why I simplify my life is to be continually in alignment with the fresh and new energy. Because if I'm always chaotic and I don't know where I'm going, I can get pulled in sort of like the hive mind of the world and all other people's opinions and what they believe in. And then it's like, life becomes very chaotic, right? And it's important to, in my opinion, be conscious when you're losing that purity in your life. And I think that purity, that sense of ease and alignment comes from simplicity and purpose and having as much clarity in your life as possible. And clarity comes from simplicity, right? Some people say, well, I don't know what choice to make because I'm confused. Well, maybe you're confused because you're not in a simple environment and you aren't making choices. It's very counterintuitive. It's like, oh, well, I feel very confused and fragmented, so I don't feel like making a choice. It doesn't feel good. But if you make a choice and simplify your life, then you're probably not going to feel as fragmented. But sometimes it takes a little bit of momentum and dedication in a certain direction to get out of those fragmented and lower vibrational emotions and repeating loops of the past of who we used to be. Now, the third thing that I want to share with you in this video to conclude is that the simpler, the easier. That's what I wanted to share. That's what I have written down here, is that the simpler you can make your life, the easier. That's just been my experience, okay? Maybe there's certain people that don't resonate with that. Maybe there's different paths for different people, but for me personally, just for me personally, the simpler I can make my life, the easier my life is, okay? And that's just been my experience. I like to keep my life simple, so I sincerely hope that is valuable for you. And with that, I conclude this video. Once again, if you want to work with me one-on-one personally, hit the link that's in the description box of this video. It's also going to be in the comments of this video as well to book in a single session. It is currently the only way to work with me. If you want to buy my my Master Your Attention course, it's the only course that I have available as well. It's also going to be in the description box. And also stay tuned for my book called The Power of Choice, which explains that from a metaphysical point of view, everything is a choice, which is going to be coming out in 2 to 3 months. Stay tuned for that. As always, enjoy the rest of your day, and I'll see you in the next video.